bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one, 28 yards on the ground. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Anthony Schwartz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Jones. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They'll run it here. This is James White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a give to White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 back.
Throwing Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
first down. Here's White. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Throw caught by Raymond. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Second and 10.
Now. Mike, 45. Hey, man. Watch the boot. 45, Mike, 45.
Here's Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Back to you. Hey, Charlie. Ricky.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Hey, Echo. Hey, Jet.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. On the counter, Etienne. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joejuan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that's caught inside the 30. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Smith catches left side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. His kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Now Lawrence on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Lawrence. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys in great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He's got it to James White. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is White. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off-play action. Jones. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrook.
Now a hit and a loose football. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Hey, exit. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Rock it. Under 10. Hey, Sam off.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. This to the outside. It's Sermon.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Running out of the gun with White. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Pass incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Going for a right side here. Complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Here's Jones on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll run on first down. It's White. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ramondre Stevenson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads into bigger errors.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now it's the backup, Newton. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
2nd and 7. Newton now to throw. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw, Newton. Can fighting, he lost the football, it's out. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence is going to float this one deep right side. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after by Lambo, up and go. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st down, White finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
He is out of bounds right around the 34.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Lawrence. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw.
Caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Tyron Johnson,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense, because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 77 yards on the ground here for White. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown,
Jaguars. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. The ball comes out on the hit, but this is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now Jones. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On second down, it's White, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They stay on the ground with White. Breaks through the contact, and he's got this down to the 35. And now White, not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Stevenson. And now off to the races down the right side. That one 28 yards on the ground. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Stevenson, and he'll go backwards, losing yards to the 5. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said